we're going to get into the Jack Hanna sweepstakes. Oh, boy. And why is that important? Simply because the Las Vegas Desert Dogs, and I said this yesterday, and so be it if Caleb Kong takes the league by storm, and let's say he has been awesome. Let's say that he is won over the coaches and is going to be really good goalie this year at 18 years old. Fine. Here's the problem. When you bring in Mitch Jones and you bring in Chase Fraser and you bring in Chris Kluche, three guys that cost you over $100,000 US, that according to a Twitter account that somehow got deleted like 48 hours after they posted that. When you have that on your resume, and I am all for contract transparency, the Dogs now are like, man, now Jack Hanna wants to get paid. And again, I said it yesterday, I'm going to say it again right now, and you can get mad at me all you want. Mitch Jones is awesome. Jack Hanna, I would take moving forward. I'm sorry. I would like both players on one team. Obviously, righty and lefty. That would be awesome. I think they're both righties. The point is this. I don't know why I had a brain fart there. I just feel like you can't just bring in those three and then lose the big dog in house. Because I still think Jack is their best player. And we'll get to a little fun thing at the end of the show. But let's be realistic here. Chris Kluche, a very talented player for the Buffalo Bandits. 37 points last year at 17 goals, 20 assists. Chase Fraser, in all his magical glory, 50 points last year, 26 goals, 24 assists. I'm not saying those two guys cannot take massive steps. I think Chase Fraser definitely can. But that's a lot to bank on. If you're going to bring those three in, get rid of Jack, it feels all for nothing. Because Jack Hanna was a guy who you're like, oh, okay, cool, he's here. And we bring in these three guys. Unfortunately, the new CBA is hurting you. I do think there's still something. I'm not saying anybody's doing this, but in sports, just look at the Clippers. I mean, we're going to do that. In sports, getting paid under the table might have to happen sometimes. But my thing is this with this team. Frick told us yesterday, and this is kind of what I've heard as well, if Jack Hanna is to get traded to the Mammoth, which is where he wants to go because he's from Denver, etc., it has to be a lot of things. It has to be, may have to be involve a third or even a fourth team. It has to involve different things, a lot of moving parts. You have to, one team might have to be humble, like Las Vegas might have to eat some of this. But in my cold hard opinion, I know Frick speculated yesterday. He thinks they keep him. I want to think that. But when a team like Colorado is pushing hard for a guy they know wants to be there, I think a deal gets done. I think it will look like Las Vegas got fleeced, maybe. And I know Jack Hanna's an electric player. But maybe they should have brought in just Chase Fraser or just Chris Kluche. And I'll talk more about with this with the luxury tax, etc., in a couple of shows. I just feel like it feels like to me that the Desert Dogs may have bit off more than they can chew. And I know, again, Jack Hanna might end up playing this year in Las Vegas. That would be great. But you have to invest. You have to make hard decisions. I want Jack Hanna to play at least Family Forum. But if he wants to go to Colorado, if the Mammoth are willing to put together some trade packages, suck it up, man. I mean, why? I think professional sports are, professional sports. I also know the reality of the National Lacrosse League. Guys want to be home. Dawson says if Las Vegas can bring 2 top defenders in for Jack, it's a win. It's not a disaster. No, I agree. And when I say that, I believe that it'll be a fleece, I think a lot of fans will say that. But like again, if Jack wants to leave, if Colorado wants to get him, I think it gets done. I know this might drag out. It also might not. And again, it's all speculation, but when there's smoke, there's fire. And when all those things are at play, give the kid to Colorado. Try to get a couple draft picks, high draft picks. Try to get, like Dawson said, some defenders. Maybe bring in another offensive piece that could pop off, like a Fraser, like a Kluche. We'll have to see, but man, this is going to get sticky.